get them out, hold them up. That's your sideline pass is good. Once again, like this, each and every time you tune in, and thanks for doing so on the Sideline and Buzz TV. In with us in the studio today, we've got John Karabi from Salvation Army doing the most good. It's the time to kick it off. This is their season. Everybody knows about you here. Yeah. They don't talk about all the stuff you do throughout the whole year, John. No. But right now they know about the bell ringing. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do some bell ringing. Nice. I'm going to make Derek do it. At least get on all fours so I can sit on him, take a break.
Yeah, you're talking about ringing the bell by the kettle, not like hitting me and doing that kind of bell ringing.
No. Maybe. But you can do that. How much time we got?
You can do that.
I'm not going to promise anything.
Yeah, you're allowed.
So there you go. So, John, what is all going on in this season as you get started? I mean, this is your season.
Well, we kick it off. The national kickoff happens at Thanksgiving Day. They do the kickoff at Dallas Cowboy game at 4 o'clock, and they'll have a musical entertainment. So that's the national kickoff. Locally, we're doing the downtown and Christmas in downtown Vero Beach.
Fantastic.
So we'll be down there. We'll be giving out hot chocolate. We'll be collecting unwrapped toys for our Angel Tree program. And then Sunset Saturday we'll be down there as well on the beach side doing the kickoff as well. So that's like our little small kickoff. We piggyback on the events that we do downtown, and so we get in front of a lot of people. We look for bell ringers. We ask for unwrapped toys. We also do ringing the bell there as well. Right. So and then we'll play some music, give out some hot chocolate, popcorn.
Volunteer based. So if you got some time to give, make sure you contact the Salvation Army, your local chapter, ran by yours truly right here, John Karabi. How do they get in touch with you or whoever's doing it, and how do they coordinate it?
They can just call the office 978-0265, or they can call myself as well, 766-0168, and just let me know when you're available. And then we have slots all over the county, Walmart, the post office, Publix. You name it, we got spots.
There you go. So I know on the top of your Christmas list, because it's time for your Christmas list, I've got mine.
Uh-oh, what do you got?
I know on the top of yours is volunteers for that.
Oh, yeah.
The second one is, a win for Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, they got to win. Dallas.
Finally.
They beat Dallas. Yep.
I mean,
luckily.
What's going on over there? Chip Kelly, was he supposed to be your savior, John? And
Man,
what is going on?
I don't know. I believed in Chip. I was like, trade McCoy, let these guys go. Macklin, let them walk, and, bring in his guys. And, Bradford looks scared to death. But he did come through on Sunday. So, I got to give him that much.
I have a feeling Derek's going to hit you with the question. I know it's coming. Here it comes.
Uh-oh.
Is it or is it not the curse of Tebow? You should have kept him. You should have kept him.
I wanted them to keep him. I wanted to see him out there. I wanted them to use them in areas that they needed to use them in, but they're not doing it. And why, I don't know. I mean, Darren Sproles, nobody can cover the guy. Nobody can cover the guy on the field, but he's not in the red zone. He's not in the field in the red zone. Why? I don't understand. So
split him out wide. Do something with that guy.
And I say to myself, Chip Kelly's supposed to be an offensive genius, and then I don't know nothing about football compared to him, apparently, and Sproles isn't on the field in the red zone. I don't understand it.
And Sam Bradford, your guy. I mean, is that the guy you traded Nick Foles for him straight up, basically?
Yep.
I mean, is he really a better option than Foles? I don't understand that.
I'm like on the fence on that one. Yeah, so I don't know. He's making plays. Foles isn't lighting up the world over there with the Rams. So.
Right. It doesn't seem like anybody in that division, John, wants to win.
Nope.
It's kind of like our division with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and NFC South. Well, Carolina undefeated still.
Yeah.
That's a true team.
Carolina,
they're definitely showing their colors.
Yeah.
They just beat the Packers.
Yep.
Are they the real deal? That's what I want to know.
No, the Carolina looks good. I like Carolina. I mean, they got a solid defense, and Cam Newton's playing the best football of his career right now. So
this time of year, Christmas time, Thanksgiving time, you got football. We need some bell ringers from the Salvation Army.
Yep.
Definitely look up John over there at your local chapter. Get out there, volunteer some time. You'll be glad you did. Don't go anywhere when we come back. We're talking a little baseball. World Series is over. No good news. The bad news for baseball fans, there's no more baseball. The good news, there's no more Joe Buck.
I like that.
We'll be back right here on these messages at Sideline and Buzz TV.
Join us for an adventure weekdays at 4:30 and 8:30 on Buzz TV Network.
Hi, I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Jim. Together we are the Live Now real estate team at RE/MAX Associated Realty.
We know the Sebastian area real estate market very well, and we also know that buying or selling a home can be very serious business.
But together we can reduce the stress and even have fun in the process. Along with our hundreds of satisfied clients, we really want you to live now and be happy too.
Contact us at thelivenowteam.com.
See you soon.
Buzz TV Network is now the fastest growing new media outlet on the Space and Treasure Coast. Follow Buzz TV Network and tell a friend.
And welcome back to the Sideline on Buzz TV. Thanks for joining us. However you join us, we appreciate you tuning in where we take you into the huddle on off the court, off the field, and I lock in with everything in between this beautiful Indian River County and much, much more. Back in the studio again with us is John Karapi, your local leader in the chapter of Salvation Army, doing the most good, and this is the most important part of their year right here. Get out there, help them collect some money to help the unfortunate out there have a great holiday. John, tell us how that works.
Oh, we do a lot of things in the community. Year-round, we're feeding the homebound and the homeless 2 times a week. We have our food pantry, which is emergency food for folks that are, down and they might be on unemployment, they might be down on their luck, they might be getting, evicted from their homes. So we have opportunities to give them money for rental assistance or utility assistance, basically preventing homelessness. I mean, that's what we're really trying to do, is prevent that from happening.
Right.
So that's what a lot of the money that we bring in goes towards. We also have children's programs, so we have after-school programs, we have summer day camp. We have a music program. We have a music director that runs a music program. So we do a lot of things year-round that a lot of people don't know about. We come out at Christmas, raise some money, get some toys for the Angel Tree program.
Right.
So we're doing a lot of that stuff. Speaking of the Angel Tree program, we're going to have Jimmy Wayne's going to be our guest speaker this year for our annual dinner. Last year we had Daryl Strawberry, as you guys know. So Jimmy Wayne, country music sensation, who was homeless and wrote a book about it, and wrote the book Paper Angels, and they made a movie about it, about our Angel Tree program. He's going to be our guest speaker, and he's going to be in our musical entertainment as well. So I'm trying to take that to another level as well. So that'll be fun.
You guys did a great job when Daryl Strawberry came, Derek.
Yeah. I mean, it's just great to hear the story. Like I said, I don't think most people really know what the Salvation Army really, truly does. I think, like when we watched a couple of those introductory type videos, of what the Salvation Army does, I think a lot of people, I was sitting around the whole table, I didn't know they did that, I didn't know they did that. So is that like half your battle, is kind of educating the public?
It kind of is.
Really?
I mean, yeah, because, like disaster relief is a big thing that we do, but it's been under the radar because we haven't had any hurricanes, knock on wood. We haven't had those situations, so, but we're prepared. So people don't realize that we've got 2 trailers full of food that if something does happen, a flood, anything catastrophic, we're prepared. But people don't realize that, so that's the biggest thing.
That's the thing, doing most good. I mean, that's a slogan that people don't realize how much good you're doing.
Exactly.
In all kinds of departments, activities, everything that you're doing,
Exactly.
It comes up to that, doing the most good.
Yeah, it's always something going on, something that we have to be doing, or somebody we're helping, people that are reaching out to us, we're reaching out to them. The thrift store is another example. We have, donations there. We're selling the goods there. If you don't want stuff, you want to donate it, we sell it there, or we give it to people that are down on their situation, or they have a disaster, they get a fire, and they can't, they lose clothes and furniture. We help them out with that. So that's the biggest thing, really, is we're just doing stuff under the radar all year round. We're not out there always publicizing it. We're just doing things that that help folks in need.
As a Philadelphia Philly fan, were you happy to see the Royals win it and knock the Mets out?
I was. I got to admit.
Let's be honest.
I got to admit, I wanted the Royals to win. There's no doubt about that. I was kind of wanting to see the Cubs get somewhere. I kind of wanted to see the Cubs get past the Mets and make the World Series. That would have been nice to see, but it is what it is.
What are you gonna do?
I know.
And there's always next year, John.
Yeah, and that's what the Cubs fans always say.
That's
Right?
what you say, right? Exactly. But get off your tail right now. You can
For
make a
generations.
difference this year by helping out the Salvation Army. Do the most good. Contact John in his office right here, your local chapter Salvation Army. How did they get in touch with you one more time?
978-0265. Just give us a call.
And that's going to do it. And we're going to come back after these messages with a lot more sports. If you're talking about it, we're going to talk more about it. If you're playing, we're going to cover it right here on the Sideline and Buzz TV. Don't go anywhere, you knuckleheads.
Attention, this important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare supplement team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today.
Please call 800-632-2804.
Buzz TV Network is now the fastest growing new media outlet on the Space and Treasure Coast. Follow Buzz TV Network and tell a friend.
And get them out, hold them up. That's your Sideline Pass is good once again, like it is each and every time you tune in to anything Sideline, but right here on Buzz TV. Thanks for joining us however you are, and we prove each and every time we take the areas that we take you in and out of the huddle, on off the court, off the field, in and out of the locker, with everything in between this beautiful Indian River County and much, much more. Again, thanks for joining us. Football, baseball. Baseball's wrapped up. We got a World Series champion. College football is coming up. We're seeing who might be playing in the college football playoff. We're seeing who's the real deal in the NFL. Basketball starting, hockey starting. They're just the best time of year. And oh, by the way, they caught up with Kobe Bryant after playing the Knicks. They said, what do you think about that triangle offense the Knicks are running? He said, triangle offense? Man, that's a square.
That's square.
But I do see the NBA starting over there. Who can miss it when LeBron James is ripping jerseys off?
Yeah, he's never liked those full sleeve jerseys, and he's just a big crybaby.
I want to play basketball. I'm about
I'm kind of tired of LeBron James, and I'm a big LeBron James fan, but I'm tired of the whining and the complaining.
But he went home. It's a great story.
Yeah, he went home, and I don't even care. I don't even care about basketball until about Christmas, to those Christmas games. Do you? I mean, does really anybody care? You kind of watch opening night. You're like, okay, NBA's back, and then until then, you're watching football. I mean, really.
The main reason, I'm not going to lie to you, the main reason why I've kind of watched it a little bit, I do not believe Steph Curry is the real deal. And I got to tell you, though, wow, has he come out the gate scoring how he's scoring, doing what he's doing. I'm astonished right now. I'm still not believing it. I'm not drinking a Kool-Aid coming out of Golden State. But I think he may be the real deal. We'll see.
Yeah, once you start getting that confidence, and he is a super talented player, and then you add that confidence in there, and he's just doing what he wants to do on a basketball court.
Yeah.
So, the knock on him is they play great team defense.
Right.
He's not a great defender individually, but they've got a great team. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. I really don't think they'll be back there. Personally, I just think the West is too loaded. I think they kind of got through an injury-riddled West last year, like all the stars lined up for them. I don't see it happening again this year.
And you saw the national beard and mustache competition going on in North Carolina, and somehow James Harden still won. He was playing a game in Sacramento.
He's like,
great mustache he's got going on. I'll tell you what, give him credit. But do you think Dwight Howard can resurrect his career and him and James Harden come together for the greater good and win Houston the championship?
No, Dwight Howard's a loser. I can't say it any plainer than that.
You heard it here first.
You cannot. You're just not going to win. He may be able to get you close, but you cannot shoot 50% from the free throw line or less and win a championship. You just can't do it. They're going to have to take him out during crunch time because you start getting a little lead. It's middle of the fourth quarter. They just start fouling him, and it's like a turnover every time. The one thing about it, I know everybody brings up Shaq, because Shaq was like a 58% free throw shooter, except for if you look at Shaq and his fourth quarter stats are like 79%.
Right.
And then when you try to hack a Shaq, then all of a sudden he rattles off 4 or 5 in a row. It's kind of like when Shaq wanted to make them and be focused, he could make them. Dwight Howard can't make them, doesn't matter how focused he is.
It's amazing how bad NBA shooters really are from the charity stripe.
Yeah.
It really is. It's part of the game, a 15-foot wide open shot, and we can't miss it. But yet you still get paid. Look at DeAndre Jordan. How many consecutive shots did he miss for the Clippers and end up losing that game and hurt their playoff chances?
Stop hanging out with the Kardashians in the offseason, put the Xbox down, and go shoot some free throws. You get paid $15 million a year to do it. You got to shoot better than 50%, honestly.
He still gets paid. Dallas is chasing, the Clippers chased him. He still got paid. Unbelievable. I don't understand how you do it. Don't go anywhere. More sport headlines coming to you right here on the Sideline Show on Buzz TV. Don't go anywhere. After these messages, we're back.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
Marsha. Hi, I'm Penny Chandler.
I'm Freddie Wolford.
I am Barbara Hoffman.
And I'm Gregory Simpson.
I'm here with Police Chief David Curry.
You're in good company on VeroBuzzTV.com, Vero Beach's local TV station on the internet.
I just love it.
Tell a friend.
We love y'all!
And welcome back to the Sideline Show right here on Buzz TV, the show that continues to prove each and every time you tune in. And if you're talking about it, we're going to talk more about it. If you're playing, we're going to cover it right here on the Sideline. Thanks for joining us. In the studio with us now is our FSU correspondent, know-it-all, Pastor Pete. How you doing today, Pete?
I'm doing good, Jason.
Thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you in here, especially after a loss. Now, I've been telling everybody that the Clemson team is the best football team in the nation. You guys hung toe-to-toe with them, though. You have to feel good about the effort.
Yeah, you know, as going into that game, it was a kind of game where we felt like we were playing with house money. You know, this is a team where it was the first time Clemson had been ranked #1 since the 80s, and the first time they'd ever been ranked #1 at home.
Is there any truth to the rumor that same time of year was Michael Jackson's Bad Album was the top-selling album in the country?
I don't know, but I was hoping that Clemson would kind of kick off like Mike did. You know, it's like. Didn't work out for us.
Didn't work out that well.
No. But, yeah, you know, we felt like, hey, they had the pressure. And, you know, we felt like, you know, going into the season, this was a rebuilding year. So that was a game that we'd penciled in as a loss. And to see the way we'd hung tight, you know, you felt like, hey, man, we had to have a chance in the fourth quarter with a couple minutes left. It was a good ball game. But Clemson is, I agree with you, a team where you don't have any elite, you know, the best team in college football this year. And all things being equal, with a quarterback like Deshaun Watson, he's the one who ultimately made the difference in the ballgame, and I think could make the difference with any team that they play this year.
He just makes great decisions with the ball, whether he's going to hand it off, run. His passes are on the money this year, and Sweeney's just done a great job with that team. I mean, they are playing and hitting in all cylinders.
Yeah, and I think that the other thing is that the offense that they run is very similar to the offense that he ran in high school.
Right.
So the learning curve isn't that much. So he's just so comfortable and decisive with it. With, you know, every decision that he makes. You know, to be fair, he had a few, you know, missed. That game could have been blown open a little. He had a few missed opportunities on plays, but you know, even on not his best day, you can see how special he is. He's an awesome player.
Derek, I gotta tell you, I think everybody's looking at FSU and thinking it was the offensive line play. If the offensive line played a lot better, you might have get this win against Clemson and really make a statement.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, again, coming into this year, we knew it was rebuilding. On our two deep, on our offensive line, out of those 10 players that have been mixed and matched all year long, 8 of those players are freshmen or sophomores.
Wow.
And the 2 that aren't are junior college transfers. So they're still young in the system. So I think across our entire offense, the only senior that we're going to lose is Everett Golson, who didn't even start that game. We didn't have one starter in that game that was a senior, and no underclassmen that look like they're going to declare. So Dalvin Cook, a true sophomore.
I want him back.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be a Gator, Pete. I
know.
The entire coaching staff right now.
I know. Special. I mean, just really special, and wasn't at 100% in that game. And that's the thing when you look at him, and he puts up close to 200 yards against an elite run defense,
right.
And he's not at 100%, and he's playing behind a young offensive line. You just think, man, he's going to be special next year.
This guy's amazing. Derek, before we go to break, you got a question? I'm looking at you. I think I got.
I got a question I got to ask. It's not a short question, so we'll ask it when we come back from the break.
All right. So before we go to break, I got a question for you. I want you to marinate on it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to put you on the spot. As an FSU fan, at this point right now in the season, who do you miss more, Brian Stork or Jameis Winston? FSU fans, you know what I'm talking about. Don't go anywhere. We come back. More FSU football talk and sports right here with the Sideline guys and Buzz TV. Don't go anywhere.
Attention! This important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare supplement team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today.
Please call 800-632-2804.
Get them out, hold them up. That's your Sideline Pass is good once again like it is each and every time you tune in to the Sideline, and this time on Buzz TV. Thanks for joining us. We're back right here in studio with Pastor Pete, our FSU insider. Anything going on in Seminole land? He knows about it before you guys do. Pete, what do you think? Brian Stork, a guy who could play anywhere on the offensive line, or your signal caller, Jameis Winston? Who's missing the most right now?
Yeah, it's a tough decision, but I think on the offensive line, and And with a little love to Vero, I'm gonna say it's Brian Storr because of the stabilizing influence there. I mean, even last year he was not there. Last year we had to replace him throughout the year, and you saw how even Jameis Winston, an elite quarterback, struggled until we figured that thing out on the offensive line. And it's just so young. So to have a veteran presence there on the offensive line, that'd be awesome.
It's pretty big. So now we got to look forward there. Florida State. You got to break it down a little bit. I mean, do they actually scare you? I know you're kind of giggling a little bit about our McElwain hire and not real sure what he's going to bring to the table, but look at this team now. What do you think?
I've been impressed, and I think that Florida is one of probably the top 5 destinations in college football in terms of the resources that are available there. I mean, they have a great booster support financially. There are some jokes about the Bull Gators chasing guys out and stuff, but still, I mean, it's like if you have an opportunity to be hired there, man, that is a destination. And as a result of that, one of the huge factors in college football is the recruiting. If the recruiting is solid, then you have the potential to do something. And what McElwain has done, he's come into a program at Florida that was a little thin, but still recruited elite talent.
Right.
And they've had some good injury luck where they haven't lost some key positions thin along the offensive line, but have also taken and maximized that talent. The defense, obviously, Muschamp was a defensive guy. So there was a lot of defensive talent there. And that seems like it really hasn't missed a beat. That's a terrifying defense right there. It is really something special. And then on the offensive side of the ball, they've established a little bit of identity. They've managed to go with the younger players. It's been up and down. It's been a mixed bag, which you thought it would be with the youth and the offensive line thinness there. But they've also had some good luck. They've also had some good luck that's happened against Tennessee, a game that was losable. This, scarily, this Vandy game was a little scary. But I guess you SEC guys will just say that means that the conference is deep.
Thank you.
There we go. So any other conference.
So is McElwain, though, playing like with house money? Because if he loses, it was Muschamp's players. Now he's ahead of the curve with it. And the fact that they got to the SEC championship game, he's kind of done his job. So they're probably playing loose. They're playing with house money now.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And now, sitting with they've won the East.
Yep.
It's like, hey, if they lost everything else this year, they've already exceeded expectations, so they're playing loose. But I think that, with the Florida State game, it's really anybody's game, and I have to give it the edge to you guys at this point in the season, mainly because of how poorly we have played on the road. We haven't been a good road team, and that environment, as we were talking about, you were just there.
Right.
That atrocious oranges is just incredibly distracting.
We'll talk about that more when we come back from break. But the funny thing I want to point out is Muschamp leaves, we're last in the East. He goes to Auburn, they're last in the West. See you later, Muschamp. Thanks for stopping by.
Good
Appreciate having you. So there you go. When we come back, more preview of the FSU Florida game, because I think it's going to be a great game in that rivalry. And we're going to talk more college football when we come back. Don't go anywhere. It's a Sideline and Buzz TV.
Buzz TV Network is now the fastest growing new media outlet on the Space and Treasure Coast. Follow Buzz TV Network and tell a friend.
Hi, I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Jim. Together we are the Live Now real estate team at RE/MAX Associated Realty.
We know the Sebastian area real estate market very well, and we also know that buying or selling a home can be very serious business.
But together we can reduce the stress and even have fun in the process. Along with our hundreds of satisfied clients, we really want you to live now and be happy too.
Contact us at thelivenowteam.com.
See you soon.
And welcome back in the last turn of this week's Sideline Show and Buzz TV. Thanks for joining us. And again, Pastor Pete is in studio with us breaking down all our college football. I want to talk college football Final Four. And that's what I call it now, the college Final Four. This week they finally put out the playoff poll, which is Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, and Baylor. I don't think it's in that exact order. But right now I look at those four and I got to wonder, does Baylor really belong? Alabama's got a loss. Ohio State's been on the verge. They got a suspended quarterback. And Clemson, to me, is really the only team that deserves to be there, Pete.
Well, again, this is one of those years in college football where you do not have that clear team that separated themselves. And in a lot of ways, it's kind of NFL-y this year,
like
where you're coming down into the end of the year and made that up. But we're coming down the stretch, and it's like it's time. It's November.
Right.
It's like let's find out who's there. I think concerning Baylor, that's going to sort itself out in the Big 12.
But they don't have a championship game. This is my harp on them. You cannot have a representative from the Big 12 with no championship game. I'm sorry.
It may cost them. It did last year. It did last year, right? It did last year. And so I think Alabama, made a statement against LSU this past weekend, and then Ohio State. And I want to kind of talk about those two and put them in a category. Obviously, Ohio State's had their struggles this year.
Right.
Very similar to Florida State last year, where it was like they were the returning champion. Everyone expected them to come back and dominate.
Exactly.
A lot of just, it's a clunky year. And we felt that as Florida State fans last year. But if they continue to win their games with that elite talent, they're obviously going to earn that spot there. They have Michigan State and a Michigan game ahead still. Those are games that they're not just going to walk through them. They're going to, if they win those games, they're going to earn that spot in the playoffs.
Captain Khaki. Captain Khaki's waiting for them there.
So this is what I'm going to have to look forward to is Jason's going to start going into the 8-team playoff. And he's going to say this is the year because there is no clear-cut top-tier talent. So if there's any year I'm going to have to endure this, it's this year.
Coming out of Halloween is spooky, however.
Well, and if that's what Jason wants, this is a good year for that. And what he's rooting for is for losses then. And I think that it's been the one conference. It's a known fact that the SEC is the strongest conference.
Of course
it is. And so they have the indulgence of a one-loss SEC champion is probably the one where that's the one conference where you can have that loss and still make it in there. And they're going to have to go ahead and win out, obviously. And if they do, they've earned their spot there. So I think that those two teams, going back to that recruiting level, they've recruited at an elite clip.
Absolutely.
An absolutely elite clip. And nobody else really belongs in that same conversation. So those guys are going to go there. I think the way it shakes out, Clemson has got, they should run the rest of the regular season table, but they've got a scary North Carolina team that might be waiting for them. 8-1 right now.
They got to finish tough.
Yeah, they really are going to have to.
Them to one.
Yeah, so those are the ones that are all going to make it there. That last spot, with that Baylor, I agree with you. Man, if you don't have a Big 12 championship game, you better make sure that you have convincing wins over whoever the other elite teams are there. And hopefully it'll shake itself out.
And maybe schedule a little different. If you know you don't have a championship game, play TCU, play some other Big 12 teams that could matter, and then play outside your conference to go ahead and sell it.
Right.
That's what you're going to need to do.
Right. Clemson, a perceived weak ACC, they schedule a Notre Dame team and beat them. So now they've got that little thing on their resume that says, hey,
we can argue this for another whole show, but we got to go. We got to go, guys. Hope you come back next week. This is Sideline on Buzz TV. Don't go anywhere. Or, go somewhere, but come back next week. Right here on the Sideline and Buzz TV. Thanks for having us.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
Marsha. Hi, I'm Penny Chandler.
I'm Freddie Wolford.
I am Barbara Hoffman.
And I'm Gregory Simpson.
I'm here with Police Chief David Curry.
You're in good company on VeroBuzzTV.com, Vero Beach's local TV station on the internet.
I just love it.
Tell a friend.
We love you.